Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Dynasty 3890 here. I am back with another MLB 17 The Show Diamond Dynasty video. Today we are going over the roster update. It is Friday, June 23rd, and there's some names that got changed, so let's get right into it. We're going to go to starting pitchers, and let's take a look at some guys who got upgraded first. We got Mike Clevenger got a +7. Alex Meyer got a +6. So both those guys went from common to bronze. Bryce is still a common card. Jose Barrios is now a silver, so you got a nice +5. Brad Peacock got a +4. Che-Wei Hugh got a +4. These guys right here, these three right here, if they stay common and they're still a common, it's a moot point. It doesn't really affect anything. Mike Montgomery got a +3. He's still a bronze card. Doesn't really change much. Ubaldo Jimenez is now went from a common to a bronze. I think he just changed position. I think he went from a reliever to a starter because his attributes have not changed. Brooks Pounders, but I barely know her, got an upgrade of +3, so that's cool. Alex Wood got a +3. I did mention Alex Wood a few weeks ago. It's nice to see him get that upgrade. Well-deserved for him. Let's see, moving on. We got Edwin Jackson got a +3. Adam Morgan a +3. Hyun-Jae Ryu a +3. He just switched positions, I believe. And then some guys who got downgrades this week for starters. Irvin Santana, somehow, 2.25 ERA rating gets downgraded. San Diego Steelers doesn't understand baseball. It's a fact. Rick Porcello, I mentioned him this past week. I think I mentioned a -3, and he got a -3. I got that right on the ball. So, I mean, you got an ERA north of 5. That should happen. So there's a gold down to a silver. Same with Rich Hill. He went down -4 as well. So those are the starting pitchers that got changed. Relievers, Archie Bradley got a big upgrade, +8. Shane Green for the Tigers, +7. Mike Minor went from a bronze to a silver with a +7. Blake Parker, a +4. Juan Nolasco is a +4, and Tanner Shepard is a +1. Now, some relievers who got downgrades, I think there's only 1 or 2, I think. No, there's a few more than that. I must have only saw a few. Randall Delgado got a -2. Whitley a -2. He's now a common card. You can't quick sell him. AJ Cole a -2. Let's see who else. Any names? Kenta Maeda, he went from a starter to a reliever. I think that's what happened. That's why he got the downgrade. The only reason because of that, not attributes. And then just some common cards for the Brewers. Not really any change there. Closers, Fernando Rodney got a big upgrade, +9. Jim Johnson, +5. Even though his ERA is 4.25, and he gets an upgrade, but with a 2.25, Irvin Santana, excuse me, he gets a downgrade. Osuna, a +2. That's nice, guys. And I believe they added him a cutter, too. And then Kenley Jansen, I mentioned him this past week. I said a +1. He got a +2. And look what they did. Increase walks per 9. I told you that's what they should increase. He hasn't walked a guy yet this year. There you go. A +2 for Jansen. So I got that one almost right. Mark Melanson, I unfortunately have him on my team. He's a -4, which kind of stinks. But it is what it is. He deserved the downgrade. Mike Zeno got an upgrade of +4. He's been hitting the ball a lot better recently. Moving on, Gary Sanchez, a +3. He's now a gold card. I mentioned him a few weeks ago, and I'm glad he got that upgrade. Well-deserved. Moving on, Salvador Perez. I mentioned him also a few weeks ago. He got that upgrade, +2 overall. He is now a gold card. For catchers, the only downgrade is Jonathan Lucroy. Still a gold card, but he went from 87 to an 85. Moving on to first base, Cody Bellinger. I said +8. He got a +7. Look at that power. I thought it'd be a little higher. I think that's the difference. But he did get a +7. Still a very good card. He was selling for like 1,500 stubs. I sold the ones I had last night. I'm glad I did because people thought he was going to go gold, which I did not see that happening. Matt Adams got a nice upgrade, +7. Big upgrade for the trade for the Braves. Now that Freddie Freeman is going to come back and play third base, you got Matt Adams playing first. Trey Mancini, I said +7. He got a +6. I almost got that one right. Marlon Gonzalez, you guys mentioned in the comment section, +5. He's now a silver. And Matt Carpenter, a few of you guys mentioned him as well. He got a +2. And for downgrades, there's no first baseman who got downgrades. Now to second base, Jose Perala for San Diego went from a common to a bronze. Jonathan Scope, I mentioned him a few weeks ago. I think I mentioned +2. He got a +3. And then Howie Kendrick got a +2. For second baseman, Jason Kipnis got a downgrade of a -2. He's now an 85. Third base, big changes here. Manny Machado, I mentioned a couple weeks ago. I said a -2 at the time. He got a -1. I still think he's just not, that's not Manny Machado's stats at 214 average. The power is not too bad for home runs, but he's not really hitting any doubles. But they did give him an increase in power. With a slugging percentage of 421, that doesn't make sense. But they did bring down the average. Chris Bryant's a -2. Really hard on that average contact versus right. They brought that down. He's still a diamond. Both of these guys are still diamonds, but they're now 92 overalls. Shortstop, Eduardo Escobar is the only change. A +3. You can now quick sell him. Moving on to left field, I had Marcell Ozuna earlier. I said a +1 on Wednesday. He got a +3, almost a diamond, playing out of his mind. And because of that defense, that's what made it so easy for, defense is pretty solid. Durability, a lot of solid things that helped him go up to an 89. Moving on to center field, we got Bradley Zimmer +5, Aaron Hicks +3. Now, I mentioned him a couple weeks ago. I mentioned +2, so I was one off on that. Lorenzo Cain got a +2. That's nice. He's now an 87. That card's the most expensive in that Royals collection by far right now. And Cameron Maybin got a nice upgrade, a +2 as well. And then lastly, we're going to right field. Ben Gamel, I mentioned him this past week. I said a +4. He got a nice upgrade, a +7, so that's good for him. Aaron Judge got a +4. I said +5. I was one off on that. Big increase in contact versus left and slight increase in contact versus right. Nice increase in power versus left and in discipline. Should increase vision though. He's basically Giancarlo Stanton with a little bit more contact, but I really need to see that vision up if I were going to use that card. I personally need vision with my hitters. And then David Peralta, Bengals happy. He got an upgrade +4 overall. So there's a roster update, guys, for this week, Friday, June 23rd. Let me know what you guys think about it. Do you like this update or not? I think it's a pretty solid update. I'm not going to lie. People were well-deserving for it, except for Irvin Santana. That one makes no sense to me. But we did pretty well this week, guys, getting out some of our predictions with the Bellinger, the Jansen, the Ozuna, the Gamble, the Judge, the Porcello, the Mancini. We all called that this week, and those were all changes. The only ones we didn't get right were McCutchen, Jared Eichhoff, and Hosmer. Those are the only ones we missed. But those things could happen in the next week or two, so be on the lookout for that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Drop a like if you did. I'll talk to y'all later. Take it easy. Peace.